But Jim, our next question sent via email to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Charlie in Starkville, Mississippi.
He's back, and thank you, Charlie, by the way, for the birthday gifts that arrived at Castle Cornette for both Stacy and myself. Well, Stacy's birthday is August 29th, and mine is September 17th, so he saved the postage and mailed both together.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did not know this transaction took place. There was nothing nefarious behind me picking this question or this email here today. I just want to make sure I say that on the record. I had no
it just happened to come up, so I could
payola, this payola crap going on.
This is not pay for questioning or pay for answering. I'm nobody's PayPal.
Well, let's go to Charlie's question. Mercedes Moné.
Oh, Christ.
Recently said, if you don't have the passion for the business, get the F out. Moné said, if you don't love it, if you don't want to try and grow, get the fuck out. What are your thoughts on Moné's take and her passion for the business?
Well, I don't think I've ever said of all the things I've ever said that she didn't just love what she was doing. I don't believe I ever made that accusation. She loves what she's doing, and she's convinced she's really good at it. And she is, again, apparently convinced of her own star power to the point where she can tell others, hey, you don't want to get better, get the fuck out of here. Be as great as I am. She's a rotten actress. She's physically unimpressive. She's bleh to me in the ring because she misses as much as she hits, or she's trying to hold her wig on top. And, but she loves what she's doing. We can't deny that. She's just not really very good at any of the parts of it. And did I mention those rotten promos? But she's got dedication. I just don't know if I was her, I'd feel the need to verbally chastise anybody else to work harder when, well, I guess she's working hard. I mean, you can take a goat and give them a hammer and tell them to build a house. They'll bust their ass, but I don't know what it'll end up looking like.
I don't know what kind of example that is, but
well, it's an old analogy they used to draw down in the old days.
Where?
Well, people around my old places of living.
Your old places of living, of course. In a way, Mercedes Moné is kind of like the best example. If you want to be a wrestling star, but also just do your own thing and, publish your own magazine, just everything you want to do on your own, Tony will pay you and you could do that. I mean, do you think she'd be making more money in WWE than she's making for Tony? And at the same time, she gets to work whatever show she wants. She gets to publish her own magazine. She gets to do everything she wants to do.
Yeah, no, I think she's more than better off where she is right now than going back to WWE, where she's got him wrapped around her teeny tiny little finger, and he's paying her, from what we understand, quite a pretty penny to do what she does, and she can still do anything else she wants. It's not like her career is, unfortunately, like her career is at the end, like with Jericho, because he's 100 years old. So she can afford to milk this billionaire for quite some time to come and then go back for the Royal Rumble and the big matches on pay-per-view and the Hall of Fame and the merchandise, etc., and do the same thing. She's got plenty of time.
Well, Jim, even with plenty of time, I'm sure you're very well aware that you need plenty of sleep. You need good sleep. You need healthy sleep.
Oh, there's never enough time for sleep.
Well, you need your sleep, especially if you are a globe-trotting professional wrestling superstar, if we're legally allowed to call anyone outside of WWE a superstar. And Jim, we know someone who can help everyone get a good night's sleep.
Well, I'll tell you, you saw on the docudrama there that they played on the Netflix about the unrealism of the thing. That they're going from one place to another. They're in a bus, they're on a jet, they're in a car. They're yeeting down through the bowl of the people in the arena a long way from the ring. They're always on the go. And you know, back in the old days, some of the wrestlers, they had the wrong ways of relaxing. Let's just put it that way. They made the wrong choices. Well, now I'm telling you, you can make the right choice. Everybody who's overworked and underappreciated, who's overstressed and underpaid, who just can't get a good night's sleep without tossing and turning till the break of dawn, because you're worried about all the things that's going on, or you don't even have time to sleep. So you go maybe 3, 4, 5 days without sleeping, and then you want to sleep a couple of days. But for some reason, you keep waking up. Well, we'll make sure you don't wake up with Beam's Dream Powder, because it's going to change everything, folks. Dream, the powder that is an all-natural sleep blend, or sheep. You count sheep, but the Dream is an all-natural sleep blend with science-backed ingredients designed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. You will wake up. As a matter of fact, it makes you sleep so deep that you can leave instructions for yourself to be like bathed and showered and detailed,
not necessarily
during your sleep, so you wake up feeling clean. Boy, howdy, I'll tell you,
a good healthy sleep from Beam. That's what we're talking about here.
I left a note for my next door neighbor. I said, I'm going to be just deathly unconscious for the next several hours.
You're not going to be deathly unconscious. You're going
to go ahead and wash me while I'm out.
Sleep. No bathing.
I'll already be naked. I warned him I'd already be naked.
Taking it a step too far.
But I woke up and he even baby oiled me after he cleaned me. I had baby oil all over me and the sheets.
Now you hear that? That's Antonio Inoki, and he's saying, get back on track, Jim. We're talking about a good night's sleep, a healthy night's sleep. We're talking about making sure the listeners out there are ready to go, well rested the next day for work or pleasure, whatever it may be. Our friends with the Dream Powder, our friends at Beam.
Yes, and boy, you sure are wound up. You got to take some more Beam. Unlike other sleep aids, there's no next day grogginess or guilt or remorse. You won't remember what happened to you. Just real deep sleep that helps you actually feel good in the morning. You'll feel good about yourself unless they took pictures.
No,
folks,
you will not dream. No, you will get a good night's sleep, but don't worry about the depth of the sleep. It'll all work out in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dream, the Beam Powder for Dream. God damn it. It's great. You should try it. Suzanne loves it. Let me give an endorsement here. My wife loves it. She said, please, can we get more? And I'm sure that your wife out there will love it too, unless you don't have one. Go, Jim.
Folks, you heard it from Brian. Your wife will keep asking for more and more, but I'm telling you, Beam has improved over 17.5 million nights of sleep, ladies and gentlemen, and it can do the same thing for you. And again, you'll wake up not groggy, not exhausted, refreshed, ready to take on the day, however violent that day may turn out to be. And when you support them, you're backing real people making great products the right way, so you can feel good about yourself. And again, before you take any legal actions over anything that happens to you while you're taking the Dream Powder, remember, you might not remember signing that release.
Remember everything. There's no release.
Well, you'll remember when you watch
Inoki saying, get back on track, Jim.
You'll remember when you watch the video. Plus, for a limited time, Beam is right now giving our listeners their best offer yet on the Dream Powder, up to 40% off. That's a limited time, but you go to shopbeam, BEAM.com/JCE. Use the code JCE at checkout. Up to 40% off. Shopbeam.com/JCE and use the code JCE. Forget about the propofol on the black market. The Beam Dream Powder will give you healthy, good quality sleep.
Good night's sleep. Quality
good night's sleep.
Yes.
Don't forget to sign that release.
There's no release. Oh my God, we're at the end. There's no release, ladies and gentlemen, except the release of all the stresses in a day with a good night's sleep from Beam and the Dream Powder. One more time, Jim, because we want to make sure everyone remembers that promo code and this great deal. There's a great deal, and it's for you. Tell them, Jim.
Up to 40% off at shopbeam.com/JCE. Use the code JCE for up to 40% off. There is no release except the first time I took some, I released something in the middle of the night, but you probably won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, nothing to do with the Beam Dream Powder. Again, we love it here at Last Manor. They love it at Castle Cornette. And of course, around the world, Beam and the wonderful Dream Powder. Promo code JCE.